Well, hello guys, it's Aquatic Land TV here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Prediction Tuesdays, where we talk about everything going on with Minecraft. And boy, did we get a pretty cool start to 2025. In the second week of this year, we got our first official snapshot. That's right. We got our first official snapshot. Oh, by the way, my progress has been completely undone here because some type of glitch when I moved the world back from the official version of the Garden Awakens drop 1.21.4 spigot to the snapshots, all of the Nether hub disappeared, and of course it took with it my Nether base. So I'm not going to even care to bring it back here. So, yeah. Anyway, the cool thing is, we do kind of get to, raid the bastion again. So that's what we're going to do while we talk. So, we have just gotten our first look as 2025 has started. We now have our first look at the next drop, update, whichever one you want to call it. We have our first snapshot. We're on it right now. This is 25W02A, and hopefully, if we are lucky, we are going to get 25W03A tomorrow with even more changes and reveals. So, what could those reveals be? Let's talk about it right now. So, I am really excited for what this year has to bring. I'm optimistic right now. I feel like it's a good start to the year. Since when have we had a snapshot in the second week of the year? That is something that I believe is a new record. Now, will it ever happen again? Who knows? If it will ever happen again, it won't happen again till 2026, because we're about to enter the third week of 2025. It just kind of amazes me that they were able to, I know this is a fairly small snapshot for a start of a drop, and we don't even know what the version number is. However, I'm still going to stay optimistic. Now, I do have to go over the normal ground rules here. I am not a Minecraft developer, so therefore I don't have any insider information on what's going on. I'm just making predictions. That's all this is about. Is making a prediction for the fun of it. I don't know if this bastion is any good, so we can probably skip it. Like I said, I'm not going to rebuild back the Nether home that I started. It was not really working for me anyway, the way I wanted. On the bad side, we have lost the second pink sheep because it was in the little room that we entered into once we went through this portal. So we have lost another pink sheep and the dog that killed the original pink sheep. So, not really sad about losing the dog that killed the original pink sheep. However, I am sad that we've lost the second pink sheep, even though I had to spawn it in. Hello, Froggo. Hello, Jumpy. Alright. I am going to tell you some future plans that we have while we talk about predictions. So, of course you guys know that if you watch my snapshot video on Saturday that I put out, I worked very hard on. I know it's 37 minutes long, but I had to do what I had to do to get it done. And hopefully you watched the Aquatic Land episode that I put out. I don't normally put them out on Saturdays, but I felt like I needed to. So you guys know about the new particles and leaves and everything. I feel like that we should try to stay on a subject for this update. We don't know what else is going to be added. We heard there could be the return of fireflies. The best thing we can do is kind of choose the general thing that we have right now, which is something regarding nature, because they've added 2 new pig variants, and so they've also added a new type of flowers to the game, in the wildflowers, which you probably won't see anywhere around this area because it's been loaded for a while. But we have like a general idea of what they could be going for. Could they bring back fireflies? That would be great. I honestly think that is one of the best things they could do. They could honestly be working on a model for it, like an actual firefly model that like flies around that you can actually see, and not 2 pixels. Not that 2 pixels are bad, but that was concept footage that we saw. I can't believe it. There's actually wildflower here. Huh, that's not actually too far from my base. So this is a perfect example. Like, honestly, this kind of sets the foundation for a birch forest update. Is that a trail ruin? Okay, I just found a trail ruin, guys. That's great. I'll have to remember that. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not using my resource pack like I normally do, and using the newer programmer art textures, it's because of the fact that they've modified the pig's texture, and it no longer really works. That's not a good thing. I really don't know how to fix it. And honestly, I want to make sure that I get the coordinates of those of like the sunflowers or the wildflowers. Okay, where'd it go? So, we have kind of a basis on what we want to focus on in the episodes, depending on what is put on in the snapshots. I feel like we have a tiny clue about what is going to be worked on in this update. We have just a tiny little view of it right now. That could all change tomorrow. Not that it will, but there's always a chance. So, they could add more cow variants. That would always be welcomed. I just kind of wish that if they added more mauve variants, that they would do something different. I mean, a pig is a pig. But I feel like add a new horse type, it should, like, I don't know, do something cool. Maybe a cow can drop a different type of meat. That'd be interesting. I'm not finding any leaf litter around here. Now, I will say that the leaf litter is kind of a lot spawned when you do see it. It is kind of a lot when you do see. But I think we have a chance for a few modifications tomorrow. Maybe fireflies. That'd be nice. I wasn't too keen on fireflies when they first announced it, but you know, with that controversy that went on, that is still mentioned from time to time, it'll be good to maybe bring them back. And look at the lodestone now. It's made from iron and chiseled stone brick instead of the normal netherite sheet. Cool. I would like to see more variants of pigs and stuff, not just 2. I mean, you added over 8 variants of wolf, but only 2 pig variants. That's where I'm kind of scratching my head, but it's okay. And I'm not gonna lie, the particles in the trees make you feel a little more atmospheric. And it's just like this by itself, kind of lonely. When they're so spread out like this, and you only see like one at a time, the particles don't always feel natural. However, I am pretty happy with what we have right now. I have learned that we just gotta be patient, that just because we get one last week doesn't mean we will get one this week. Okay, where's that going? I bet I'm not supposed to see this. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to see this. Hello? Anybody here? Dr. Victor! What in the world is going on? Hello, you crazy villager! Hey! Dr. Victor! Dr. Victor, what are you doing? Get down and get back to work. Quit being lazy. You two villagers, get back to work. I tried to be nice to Dr. Victor by building him a resin house in my base, but apparently he didn't want that after all, even though I worked very hard on that. Anyway, I am trying to be optimistic about snapshots. To expect them, because I can only expect them on Wednesdays unless it gets delayed. Which the entire time I've been doing this series, I've always said there's a possibility that we might not get one. So always remember that there's always a possibility on Wednesdays that we don't get one. In the old days, they used to tell us on Monday or Tuesday. So you just never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to say that for this prediction, we could have some modifications to textures and things like that. They could add more mobs. That would be a welcomed addition. Always a welcomed addition. Everything like that. Always welcoming that. However, the second snapshot especially is the one where they kind of modify things sometimes. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I would say just, have reasonable expectations. Always have reasonable expectations. I try. Why is it stuck? Well, this ain't good. But yeah, I try to have reasonable expectations. I do my best. Ain't always possible, but I do my best to be reasonable with what I predict and what I come up with. So my final predictions is some maybe tweaks to sunflowers and leaf litter and maybe a mob or two changed, and that's basically it. I'm going to try to stay in that vein of nature kind of update when I see, after I see what is going to come on for what is going to be in tomorrow's snapshot. Stay in that area of thinking. Because there's a lot of possibilities. I still think an end update needs to happen, but I really don't know if that's on the list of major priorities for Mojang right now. They probably thought about it just a little bit. However, it's not on their major list right now. Things you gotta do, I would say. Alright, guys. I really So, I think tomorrow's chances of having a snapshot are pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to try to stay optimistic. Do my best to be that way. And I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, Prediction Tuesday, as I have enjoyed making it, then you know what to do if you have been a long-term fan of the channel. So, please comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss a video. And I will see you guys again very soon. Goodbye! And remember, Bryce is always